Hello and welcome to the RPG Academy podcast, Twitch channel, YouTube channel, stream thingy. I'm back. I'm a little late today. Right as I, right as I was heading downstairs, my kid, who's got the flu, totally sick, said, "Can I have some chicken nuggets?" So of course I had to say yes. I can't say no to that. But it takes a little while to get chicken nuggets ready. You can't just create them. So got those ready to go for him. They're in the oven, so we may hear a beep here in a few minutes, and the wife is supposed to get them out and give them to him. So I apologize for being a little bit late. I actually had planned on streaming a little longer today anyway, so should get about the same amount of time as usual, maybe even a little longer. It depends on how things go. Excuse me. And I'm still trying to play around with the look of everything. I want the game obviously front and center. I like for people to be able to see the chat if they are watching later. Don't care so much about me, but I like to be in there a little bit. But I don't know. I might eventually have to look into getting an overlay. I know that you don't look professional without one, but I don't care a whole lot about that. But at the same time, I don't want people to not watch just because it doesn't look as good as it could. Okay, so I talked about this last time. I'm going to try and do that exploit that I mentioned where I go to a place that I probably shouldn't be as far as the game terms and see if I can survive a battle. And if I get lucky, then I should be able to level up very quickly. So the goal here is I don't want to fight anything on the way up there. So I'm just going to try to run from every fight. Hopefully I don't get mutilated too badly on the way. I did invest in some heal potions and a cabin, which I'll use to create a save point once I get up there. Oh, so I don't really want to fight these things, but these things can stun you, I believe, and that could be bad. So I'm going to try to, son of a gun, use, oh my gosh, as little as energy and resources as possible and try to take it out. There we go. That wasn't too bad. All right, so we get all the way up to here. I'm going to go ahead and use my... Oh, I honestly thought I had more than one of those. I didn't plan this very well. Okay, I'm going to use my... Excuse me, I'm going to use my cabin. So now I've got a save point. And I'm just going to walk around in these 4 squares. And there we go. So zombies. These things are way tougher than I should fight. But because they are zombies, they are susceptible to both harm spells and fire spells. So fingers crossed, the math works in my favor, and I can get both of these guys taken out without any of my people dying. Whew. There's one. Oh, so close. We're so close. We're so close. There we go. That should do it. Boom. All right. So we're going to get a ton, relatively speaking, 500 experience points, 2,000 gold for that one fight. Normally I would save here, but I'm dumb and I didn't actually buy 2 cabins or a cabin and a tent. So now we're going to go back to town and spend all that glorious gold we just got. Oh, here we go. See, this is the problem. Poison. There's a lot of poisonous creatures in this area too. So I think I have a couple pure, which will take care of that. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So whenever one of your people gets poison, they no longer lead the group for some reason. Not sure I fully understand that. And they continue to take poison the entire time. So if you have some pure potions, you can take care of that. All right, so make sure everything still looks right. It does. There. And so yeah, I just don't want to fight. I don't want to risk getting killed here, but at the same time, if I can't run, I don't want to be there. Perfect. Good. Thank you, Wanda. Good job. We're almost back. Fingers crossed. Come on. No more fights. No more fights. No more fights. We've made it. Okay. So as a first run, that was nearly perfect. No real battles I couldn't handle. I got 2 zombies instead of 4, which does sometimes happen. So I was able to win, not die. I only got 1 poison, which isn't a big deal because I had enough pure for that. Now I made it back and I've saved. Again, pretty much perfect. So now we're going to basically do the same thing again. So except this time I'm going to take 2 cabins with me, so I can save right before I start all this in case it goes horrible and I get something I can't fight. Because sometimes you get some really tough fights there, and I'm nowhere near strong enough to survive some of them. Let's see. Wrong button. So basically 2 more fights like that and I'll level up again. I should have done this first. Or I should have bought stuff before I did that, so that my save point was different. All right, so now we're going to try it again. And potentially, depending on how the fights go, let's say I get that same scenario again. I get 2 zombies. I'm able to take them out with those just 1 spell each and take very little damage. I might try to do 2 fights before I come home. And as you can imagine, it's possible to get quite a lot of experience and a lot of gold relatively quickly this way. The things I want to fight are zombies. Pretty much that's the best case scenario. Right now, 2 at a time, probably about perfect. A little bit later, a couple more levels, I might want to go for 4 at a time. But that can get very challenging if they all attack the same character. Very hard to survive that. What I don't want to fight, at least not right now, are the giants. You can fight giants in this area, and those things are super tough, and they don't really give that much experience. There's a big T-Rex. I don't think it's called a T-Rex, but it's a giant dinosaur. Really hard to kill. All right, so we got 1 zombie, so this is manageable. Let's see if I can... I'm still going to use the big spells just because they do so much damage. But yeah, the giants don't really give that much gold and experience, but they're really tough, so I don't really like fighting them here. Whew. All right, now I'll drop down and do... this should do it, hopefully. Maybe even before the zombie gets another attack off. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use my cabin again. So now we've got this save point. I want to double check something. Bear with me just a second here. Things are looking a little wonky on my side, so sorry. My apologies for that. All right. And now we are going to press our luck one more time. Fingers crossed. Okay, so This could be really good or this could be really bad. Winter wolves or frost wolves, not super tough, but they're only really affected by fire. So basically Loki is my main guy here. But the frost wolves have an ability where they can basically do frost damage to my entire party. So if one or two of them get that off before I kill them, it will probably wipe out, if not my entire party, enough. And again, if any of them die, I'm going to reset. So this is a really big fingers crossed. Come on. I wanted Loki to go first. There we go. Come on. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. All right. So good news, there's only one left. Bad news is it probably will go before my people. Maybe fingers crossed one more time. Come on, one to take it out. Oh, okay, again, that was about perfect. I really could not have asked for better than that. So if, again, 500 experience, just 1,000 gold, but that should put us at like, I mean, we've got to be super close to leveling 281. But I don't have any more cabins, so I'm going to GTFO, head back to town, and rinse and repeat. You can kind of see how this is going to go. So it's grinding, but it's grinding at a much faster level than probably we should be doing at this point. Right, I don't plan on fighting. I just wanted to hopefully put as many to sleep as I could while I tried to run away so I don't get too many attacks. Come on, run away. There we go. Good job. All right, so I got an ambush. Luckily, this isn't too terrible of a fight. The winter wolf, or I think it's a werewolf, sorry. The werewolf can poison, which is not good. But other than that, it should be a fairly easy fight. So I'll go ahead and fight this one out. If I get poisoned, I still have enough pure potions to take care of it. Yep, poison. So I'll go ahead and, whoops. So you can give someone else a potion in the middle of a combat. You select drink yourself, but then you select who you want it to go to. So these are GR imps, Grimps. I don't know if it's great imps or green imps, growly imps. I don't know exactly what the GR stands for. They're just better than, or stronger, tougher than regular imps. So they're Grimps. It would be really nice if this battle's worth 281 experience, but I don't think it's going to. $51, not bad. What level am I, by the way? 7th. Okay. So I think around 8 or 9 is where you want to unequip your weapons from your black belt, and they start actually being more effective. But I'm not 100% sure on that. So we're going to wait probably wait till level 9. Alrighty, so I've got quite a lot of gold at this point. So I'm going to stock up on several cabins. And a couple tents. Tents don't give you as many hit points back, but in some of those battles I really haven't needed that much. Let's get some healing potions just in case. So ideally, I've been getting so lucky, I'm in no way going to complain about how this is going so far. But ideally, you'd be able to go up there and, go through several rounds of combat. So you fight something, you go to the cabin, you fight something, go to the cabin. Right now, I'm really limited by my spells because I think I have 2 each of that 3rd level. I'm about to level up. I'm like 180 away? Nope, 230. So it honestly, it makes sense to me to just stick around here, maybe get back in the ship, fight a couple things close to get that next level. Whoops. Because once I level up, I'll have more spells. So when I go up there, I should be able to stay longer. So I don't know. The math might not work out exactly, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try to get that next level before I go up one more time. But I'm trying to do this quickly, so I'm just going to use my spells and hopefully burn through these pretty quickly. Excuse me. So we need 230. That's 45 of it. So we need 185 now. That math brought to you by the Kentucky Educational System. Kentucky Public Educational System, I should say. Though really I learned more about math or quick math by playing this game as a kid. Nope, that's not what I want. So 66, so that's what, 119 left? Wow, look at that. Yes, I am proud of myself for being able to do simple math. I don't have a lot in my life. All right, here we go again. Let's try this. Let's see if we can save that last lit spell for something like more. All right, so here's the question. 119 minus 66. I don't know if I can do that fast. So, oh, yep, I was completely wrong. I didn't even want to say it. All right. Oh well, so 53 away. That's not bad. So maybe one more shark would definitely do it. Come on, Sharky. Nope. Nice. Why do I keep doing this? Not what I meant to do. This is probably what the benefit of an overlay is, that you don't have to deal with this constantly. Alrighty. Alright. So really close. There we go. This will do it. Give me some hit points for Loki. Not terrible. All right, so now we'll go back and go to the hotel one more time. All right, and now we're heading back up to the, I guess it's a peninsula, I guess is the right word for that. And see if we can get through 2, maybe 3 fights. So these mad ponies are deceptively tough because they can hit you for multiple attacks. Excuse me. At this level, I should be fine, but still no point in taking any chances. Thank you, Wanda. Yeah, this is not a fight I want to have. Too much damage output for too little reward. Made it. Okay, so let's use, we're actually going to use the tent first, since we didn't get that much damage, and hopefully save that cabin for a little bit bigger chunk of recovery. All right, fingers crossed. I want 4 zombies this time. Nope. So we're going to try to run away. It's probably not going to work. Yep. Oh, got away. Okay. So we'll use some items. Okay. And fingers crossed this time. Huh. I think I get to go first though, so hopefully, yep. Yeah, so this is the last time I probably set up expectations that were not realistic. Those first 2 times working out like so perfectly. Yeah, see, like at level 20, this would be fine. I'd be able to take them out. Yep, Loki's dead. All right. So we start back here where I had used that tent, so that's my save point. And then we try this again. All right, here we go. This is what I wanted. I still may not survive, but this is what I wanted. So fight, and then harm 2, and then fire 2. Fingers crossed that it happens in the order I want. Okay, that was about perfect. Now, probably that won't, yep, no, I was wrong. Say that probably won't take anything out, but it should get them close enough that maybe a decent hit. Whew. All righty. So attack. So I'm probably going to end up wasting one of these spells, but this is, again, this is like the perfect, oh, come on. Setup as far as what I wanted. Perfect. Come on. Yeah. So unfortunately, I wasted the spell. And cabins do not give you your magic back, unfortunately. So 1,000 experience points, 4,000 gold. So basically another 2 of those fights and I'll level up again. Item. All right, we'll use the cabin. I'm going to use some more heal potions. All right, probably, because I've only got 1 spell left. What have I got? Hold on. Each of them got 1 spell. So I'll try one more time. Let's try, we're going to do the tent. And I'll try one more fight. If I get lucky, like 2 zombies or something, I should be able to survive that and then head back to town. Nope, that is not what I wanted. Nope, that is not what I want. Let's see if I can run though before I do the reset. again, I think it set up expectations beyond reality by getting so lucky those first couple of times. All right, so here's an interesting one. So I have a Zombull and a Troll. The Troll isn't any tougher than the Zombull, but it's also not affected by harm, so it's only affected by the fire spell. So I'm going to double up my attacks on the Troll and then hope that the harm spell and the fire spell can take out the Zombull just itself. All right, 168, solid start. 122, perfect. Again, that spell doesn't affect the Troll, but that should work out. Hopefully the cap will take him out here. Nope. And ice. I don't think ice is particularly strong against the Troll. Oh, there we go. Didn't even need it. Okay, perfect. So one more time. Cabin, save point, and now we head back to town. So I think I'm going to do this one more cycle. That'll get me to level 9. Oh, this could be bad. This could be really bad. I'm just going to try to run. I don't really want to have to use a reset here, but I might have to because these guys can paralyze. Yep, and they paralyzed the one character that could have hurt all of them, so that's great. Whew. Paralyze, unparalyze, paralyze, unparalyze. So I don't know the exact math behind it, but generally speaking, your character in the front, which in this case is the top, will get attacked more often than the character at the bottom. There's some variability to it and randomness that I don't fully understand. But for the most part, you want your character with the either or the most hit points and best armor at the top, because they're the ones who are going to take the most attacks. And at the bottom, you are less likely to be attacked. So that's why I have my characters in that order, basically hit point order, which is helpful because, more likely to attack Cap than Loki. But if they do attack Loki, Loki's so weak that it's not difficult for him to get taken out with just one or two hits. Particularly in this, strategy I'm trying to use to level up quickly. Some of those creatures, like the giants, could easily one-shot Loki with a critical hit. Okay. So the other benefit, which again, I'm going to do that next time. I'm going to try one more cycle of this, and then I'm going to probably call it for today, is I do now have spell slots for level 4 spells, which I have quite, if goal I can probably get a couple, especially if I go through this a couple more times. And that just makes it even easier, makes me be able to stay up here longer and do more of this. I can also go buy some better equipment at the third town, Elf Town, I think is as I refer to it. I don't know what's really called. And usually I do this till like level 17, 18, somewhere there. It just kind of depends on how fast it's going and how I'm feeling. Excuse me. And then I'll get back to actually the story of the game, and I'll continue to level up again, I don't know that anyone's watching this for the first now. Hardly anybody's watching, anyways. But if you never actually played the game, the storyline. It's at some point in the game, your characters have the ability to level up in like their profession. They basically change classes, and like your black mage, because I think it's called a wizard. Your black belt becomes a master. Your fighter becomes a knight, I believe. And I try to get to that point at a fairly low level. Oh, this isn't good. And then that way I get more quote unquote levels in my new class overall, if that makes any sense. I don't know the math if that actually makes any difference in how powerful they get, but it feels to me like it should. So I try to do that. Item. Glad I invested in a couple more of those. I actually think Wanda might be able to get the spell. It might be a 4th level spell. I don't remember. That is like basically casting Pure, which helps because then I don't actually have to have any of those as long as she's got spell slots. Yeah, I'm actually gonna see. I'm level, I think level 8 now. Let's just see how this goes. Single ogre shouldn't be bad. I think they have 100 hit points, so I'm at 48, 52, 58, so 42 left. I think there's only 22 left. 21, and dead. That wasn't too bad. All right, so one more time. So we're level 8. We need 800 experience points for another level. That should be 1 or 2 fights depending on what we get. 4 zombies would be perfect. Okay, so this is the one I don't want. This thing has a crap ton of hit points. It's really hard to hurt, and it doesn't actually give you that many experience or gold. In fact, I think it's only 1 gold. So definitely not worth it in this particular situation. All right, so here's, could be good. Again, it's luck of the draw, basically initiative. If several of them get to go, if they choose to use their winter power, then I'm hosed. If Loki gets to go first, then this could be great. See, Frost. Okay, so 90, 88, 26, 43. If one more of them does that, I'm probably in trouble. Taking a chance. A high school dance with a girl who was ready to play. All right, I think I got lucky there. Okay. Okay, please don't go first, and please don't. That's exactly what I didn't want to have happen. Yep. So all of that, and yep, I got a little sloppy there. All right, so close, right? So stupid close. I should just use that other spell. Not worried about it, but I was trying to be greedy. Oh, here we go again. See, this is why they call this a grind, I guess. So I'm actually just going to reset again just because I got hit pretty hard there. There's no point. Come on. Come on. 4 zombies. 4 zombies. 4 zombies. Not 4 giants. Four zombies. Four zombies. Four zombies. Kind of reverse the order there. See if that makes a difference. Oh no! Seriously. Okay, this is getting frustrating. My apologies if anyone does watch this in the future. I'm sorry. Come on. So I'm just not tough enough. I'm not gonna survive that battle. I know it. I'm not gonna survive this battle either. Zombies, zombies, zombies. Everybody say it. Zombies, zombies. We want zombies, not giants. All right, one more time, and then if this doesn't work, well, let's just see what happens, shall we? This is not going to go well, but we'll see. I think these guys have like 280 hit points each. Whew. Yeah, so one hit just about took Loki completely down to half. There we go. We should be getting close to getting one of them. I might survive this after all, but I'm still not hopeful. The Giants, I think, one hit and I'm in trouble. Whew. Wipe the sweat from the brow. So 439 experience, 1750 gold. So again, not worth the battle for that because I'm still 300 away. I'm all out of spells. I'll use my cabin, get my hit points back. And I'm going to head down to town. So when I get back to town, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I think next time what I'll do is I'll start off by going to that other town, getting my 4th level spell, which again just gives me extra firepower to survive that. The non-zombie encounters a little stronger, a little easier, and then I will equip myself too. I'll get better armor for everybody, better weapons for my fighter there. Should be about ready to take that nunchuck away from the black belt, which makes them for some reason much better, and then try everything again. Of course, monsters attack first. Whew. I guess every now and then it's good to have a fight like this just to kind of gauge the relative strength of your characters. See how much they've progressed. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Sadly, still not worth a whole lot of experience. Well, I need like 200 something now. Still 300 left. But I should be able to get that next time. As I'm going to that other city, I'll try to get that. All right, well, there we go. That's session 6. Thank you, everyone who potentially watches this in the future. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And I think I'm going to look at maybe getting a template, or an overlay. I think that might be a good idea for me at this point. But we'll talk about that later. Thanks. See you soon.